Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Mass Media Galaxy Movie Reviews, and tonight we're reviewing Zootopia. This is Maple. Maple, did you enjoy Zootopia? Yeah, I enjoyed it. Even when they were talking about how cats and lions can be predators? Oh, I absolutely loved the movie, Brandon. It was great. Everybody, Maple loves Zootopia too. And she really wants to get out of my hand, so I'm going to let her go. Zootopia, directed by Byron Howard and Rich Moore, which is the team that brought us Bolt, Tangled, and Wreck-It Ralph, which are all fantastic animated films, and they bring us yet another fantastic animated film. I love this movie. But before I get into it, let's talk a little bit about the story. Zootopia tells the story of a young rabbit named Judy Hopps, who no longer wants to be a boring carrot farmer and has big dreams of living in the city and becoming a police officer. And you know what? She does those things. And when she gets to the city, she finds out there's a lot more than she bargained for. She ends up taking on a very big case as a rookie police officer, and that's where our story takes us from there. This movie stars the voice talents of Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin as Nick Wilde the fox and Judy Hopps the bunny. This movie is almost perfect, and when I say almost perfect, I actually literally mean almost perfect. I have almost nothing negative to say about this film. Well, we'll get into the positives, we'll get into the negatives in a moment, but overall, I laughed, I cried, I learned lessons about life, and I think your kids and adults are going to learn too. I can honestly say that this movie wasn't made for children. I mean, if children were their target audience, the themes running throughout this movie are going to go way over their heads, but maybe they won't, and maybe young children are going to understand what's happening in this movie. This movie deals with racism. This movie deals with growing up and being what you want. This movie deals with big dreams, and it just, overall, the entire story holds together very, very well. This movie actually has a pretty short runtime too. It's only like 95 minutes, maybe 98 minutes with the credits, and it's a nice, fun ride. It's nice to see a movie that isn't 2.5 hours long. There's no slugging parts of this movie. It moves nice and quick and through, and I enjoyed almost every single minute of this movie. Positives of this movie? Like I said, almost everything. The voice talents are spot on, the animation is gorgeous, the sets are gorgeous. There's even a part where Tommy Chong plays like a stoner yak. It's fantastic. Another positive of this movie is going to be the message that it sends to children and adults. I mean, the message is very, very timely. They live in a giant city called Zootopia, as the title would suggest, and in Zootopia, there are sects of people just like there are in our own world. And there are scenes where foxes aren't allowed to shop at pachyderm places, and the rodents kind of live on their own. Generally, people think that, if you're a bunny, you're dumb, and if you're a fox, well, you've got to be sly and you're cheating. This movie is basically telling children and adults, like I said, that you are what you are, and it doesn't matter what you are. Everybody can get along in this city. Another positive of this movie is it's very, very, very funny. I found myself laughing every couple of minutes, and usually in one of these animated films, I find myself watching, you laugh at an adult joke, you don't laugh at the kid jokes, but this movie was rapid fire, so I really enjoyed the humor in this movie, and the story is just fantastic. Honestly, this is going to be a pretty short review. The movie's great, go see it. I almost have nothing negative to say. The only negative I have about the movie is that it honestly wasn't long enough. I really fell in love with these characters. I love the acting that you were getting from all the voice talents in there. J.K. Simmons is in this movie somewhere. Idris Elba is in this movie somewhere. So I'm going to give this movie a big fat A. Thank you everybody for listening to this review. Like I said, just go see this movie. It's definitely worth your money. Take your kids, take your friends. Don't think that this movie is going to be too much of a kid's movie or too much of an adult movie. Kids won't understand it, parents won't understand it. There's enough for everybody in this movie, and I think that everybody, all ages, can enjoy this film. Thank you everybody for joining me on another edition of Mass Media Galaxy Movie Reviews. Remember to follow me on Twitter at TheyKnowStayDead. Eric's not here for this review, but remember to follow him at Eric Braddock on Twitter. He's probably going to kill me for not pronouncing that correctly, but remember to follow him on Twitter. Please subscribe to our channel. Comment below. Let us know what you think of the movie. The next movie we're going to be bringing you is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, so you can look forward to that view pretty soon. Thank you everybody for watching again, and have a wonderful day.